government rules is no one can go out alone. Our rules is there is guys who can go out alone. And in the interest of getting the job done, if this calls for someone being alone, let's send someone right now.
How did it work with the taxi driver? Did you know that they wouldn't call you, I'm guessing? You'd just turn up and try and be in the area when they needed a taxi kind of thing? And would you have a target to try and get into the taxi and pick up?
We would schedule it's just, really a lot of what I did alone in Iraq was pick up sources, right? The government at the time would show up to these guys that were gonna give up where Saddam was, and they'd show up in 6 black Suburbans, because that's their SOP, these government guys, right? Without saying who they are, but they'd show up in black Suburbans, and the next day your source would be dead. And it was okay, killing everybody's great. I'm all for it. I was all for it in the beginning of the war. However, if you need intel, killing people ain't the best thing to do. If we got questions of these people, killing them ain't the fucking thing to do. Capturing them's the thing to do, right? I would say this with that is anyone can do a kill mission. Rangers, special forces, SEALs, anyone can do a kill mission. Not anyone can do a capture after that motherfucker's trying to shoot at you. You know what I'm saying? So the capture is the hard part. The kill is the easy part, always. So a lot of what I did was I would pick these guys up so the government wouldn't have them fucking killed, or they'd see them get picked up in all these Suburbans. You talk to the Americans, dead, goner, right? So because I could go out alone, right? And I had already done it. They just started sending me more and more. And I'd be like, go pick this guy up. And I'd schedule a meet at a mosque generally. And I'd just see where he was at the mosque. I'd pull up right to him and roll down the window, or normally windows are open. And I'd be like, yo, get the in. And I had a guy once tell me in English, he's like, is that you? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you look like you're from Ramadi. I'm like, I'm in a blue Under Armour shirt and a baseball hat. Get the in before someone kills us. Let's go. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I look like I'm from Ramadi, but it's the fucking taxi.
Yeah.
The taxi paints a picture of who's driving it before you even see him. I'd pick these guys up so no one knew. I'd drop them off so no one would know they were talking to Americans. You know what I mean?
Are you allowed to say, would you get intel whilst you would do the interview whilst you're on the vehicle? Will you take them to a location?
No, we'd take them somewhere, right? Someone else would talk to them properly, fucking debrief them, whatever you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I go drop them off where they were. Sometimes I did the talking. Sometimes I interviewed these guys. Sometimes I'd have to go to someone's house alone. Better for me to pull up in front of your house in a minivan and walk the in real quick than in 10 Suburbans or Humvees or, And really, it was just, the only reason I went out alone a lot is because rules. The government rules is no one can go out alone. Our rules is there is guys who can go out alone. And in the interest of getting the job done, if this calls for someone being alone, let's send someone right now.
Wait, so so the solo missions were not permitted, or it was
not to regular army, not to special forces guys, not to the government and security guys.
Is that what separates you guys from?
Yeah, a lot of times. There's a lot of stuff that separates us, but that's one of them.
When would you guys do team stuff? What would a team thing look like?
Well, we did team stuff all the time. Yeah. All our training was team stuff,
So the solo stuff was more of a fringe, a fringe thing? Not as...
as a reconnaissance guy, you could probably end up, going out alone or something like that. But if you're on an assault team or something like that, you'll never be alone. One
of the things I think a lot of people have heard of is the car, being a taxi driver, stealing cars, you know, all that kind of stuff. How did it benefit you? Would you literally jump cars? Like, would you?
Yeah, and then I'd use it for an operational car.
So like, how would you like talk us through it? So you identify a car on the street, you just break in, boost the car, and then get on with the mission.
And then I'd park it into my parking lot, and then later I'd use it on a mission. Because you need, like, the license plate needs to be right, the car needs to be right. There's a lot more goes to these things than just, you know, grabbing a car, you know. And then some of these cars, like, I had cars for different reasons. You want to be invisible, minivan, orange taxi. You want to actually be seen, you drive like a silver Nissan Maxima or Altima, right? That's what the secret police in Iraq drove. So you pull up on one of those, everyone's backing the up out of the way because they think you're going to snatch their kids off the street, right? So, you know, different cars meant different things, and it's a lot more going in these areas. Like, everyone's just like, oh, just jump in the car and drive. And it's like, there's a lot more to it than that, you know?
Okay.
And then some of these cars we would take is because they'd come up hot for like explosive residue. Also, there'd be a chain welded under the driver's seat so they could chain the driver in. Like all these suicide bombers, they're like, you think they're, you know, really down with the cause, killing themselves. And most of them car bombs, they had to chain the guy in, and then they blow it up early because the guy won't do it. And they blow him up too. So we get rid of those cars as well.
I never heard of that before. So they used to, sometimes there'd be, you would see welds of the chains. Did you ever see anything beyond the evidence after the fact, or was it just?
Yeah, sometimes the car would blow up and you'd find that chain on the bottom of the seat.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of these guys were chained in, like it wasn't their idea.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So we get rid of those cars. They'd come up hot for explosives. We get rid of those cars. So, you know, I mean, the army, you know, look, being in the army, overall grand scheme of thing, kill the bad guy, break his shit. They're using these cars to kill us, like we should be breaking these fucking cars.
So when, you know, I've heard you talk about setting cars on fire, was that the main primary reason? Like,
burn it, we'll burn it right here. We ain't got time to take this bitch, burn it in place.
How would you torch petrol?
Thermite grenade.
Wow.
Yeah, that thing will burn at 3,000 degrees.
How long was the Saddam stuff happening for? Like, how long was the whole process from when they said they wanted it to, like, all the work you guys put into it?
Man, maybe 2 years. I mean, it's not a bad deal considering it took the SEALs 10 to get bin Laden, and that started first. And I'd say Saddam and Zarqawi were harder targets than bin Laden. And whoever took over for AAM took over for Zarqawi, and all the other shitheads we fucking got rid of.
Was that it after Saddam, after you guys captured Saddam, was that it? Was there still big names to...
Zarqawi was the militant arm of Al-Qaeda in Iraq, which then turned into ISIS with a couple of his top lieutenants.
What Saddam thing for? Was that more of a governmental thing, like the pushing to get in?
Yeah, the fucking United States wanted him gone.
Was it helpful to the war?
What do you mean?
Like, was it helpful to get rid of Saddam?
Long term?
Long term, yeah.
No. Fuck no. It's the worst idea ever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved being in Iraq. I had a great time, did whatever the fuck I wanted, but like, the world ain't a better place now with Saddam gone. Saddam kept the Iranians in check. He was actively engaged with war with Iran while they were at war with Iraq. They weren't fucking blowing up shit in Europe or here, or fucking around in Israel, Hamas, right? Like, they couldn't do those things, but as soon as Iraq was kind of tame, it left them unchecked to do whatever the fuck they wanted.
No medals, no gold, not even a fear. We leave nothing, just disappear. Black blades face your fate. This ain't combat, this is scourge. Every bullet, every breath of violent purge. By the time you see us, it's too late.
It's the best part. Green-eyed devils out for the night. Oh shit, I love these songs.
The green-eyed devil, that's the night vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I'll turn this down, hold on. That's what the savages used to call us, green-eyed devils, because in the dark, right, you got your night vision on, but you'd see the green glow from behind it. So all the savages call us green-eyed devils.
Wait. The enemy called you guys
Yeah.
the green-eyed devils?
Yeah.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, so that's the best part, I think.
That's cool.